This video is brought to you by AmeriUSA.com, where you can screen tenants 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this episode, we will be discussing Maryland Landlord Tenant laws. The following is a summary of landlord tenant laws in the state of Maryland as they apply to residential rental property. Topics include disclosures, withholding rent, the right to enter, security deposits, eviction, increasing rent, and more. Required disclosures. Habitation. A lease must include a statement that the premises will be made available in a condition permitting habitation with reasonable safety, if that is the agreement. If that is not the agreement, the lease must have a statement concerning the condition of the premises along with the landlord's and tenant's specific obligations as to heat, gas, electricity, water, and repair of the premises. Owner or agent information. The landlord must include in the lease or conspicuously post the name and address of the landlord or the agent, if any, authorized to accept notice or service of process on behalf of the landlord. Inspections. A landlord must provide a receipt upon receiving a security deposit that describes a tenant's right to a move-in and move-out inspection and the right to receive an itemization of deposit deductions and balance, if any. This receipt must also mention the penalties if a landlord should fail to comply. As an alternative, this information may be included in the lease agreement. Security deposit limit. Up to a maximum equivalent of 2 months' rent may be collected for the security deposit. The landlord shall maintain all security deposits in a separate federally insured financial institution located within Maryland. If the security deposit is $50 or more, interest must be paid at an annual non-compounded rate of 3%. Deadline for returning a security deposit. After the tenant has moved out, security deposits must be returned within 45 days along with an itemized statement of deductions, if any are taken. Late fees. A maximum late fee of 5% of the monthly rent amount may be charged if the rent is not paid on time. Increasing rent. A minimum advance notice of 1 month must be given in writing to change a month-to-month tenancy, except in Montgomery County where it is 2 months, and those cities that have some form of rent stabilization, such as College Park and Tacoma Park. Longer-term lease agreements not bound by rent stabilization laws must provide for any potential increase. Withholding rent. In extreme circumstances where a landlord fails to act in a reasonable amount of time after being notified of a problem affecting the habitability of a rental and/or the health and safety of its occupants, rent may be withheld only by depositing it into an escrow account that's been established by a local district court. It is then up to a judge to determine how the funds are handled and what actions are to be taken, such as refunds. Terminating tenancy and eviction. A 14-day unconditional quit notice may be used for tenants breaching a lease by behaving in a manner that presents a clear and imminent danger to the tenant, other tenants, guests, the landlord, or the landlord's property. A 30-day unconditional quit notice may be used for any lease violation if the agreement states that tenancy can terminate for a violation of the lease. It's important to note, for non-payment violations, tenants may reinstate their tenancy by paying rent and court costs even after the landlord has won an eviction lawsuit, but it must occur before physical eviction takes place. A 30-day conditional cure or quit notice may be used for all other lease violations that don't present a clear and imminent danger toward people or the property. The right to enter. Although time frames can vary by county, a landlord is typically expected to give a 24-hour notice of entry before being permitted inside the unit. It's best for the landlord and tenant to agree to a particular time of day. For more information, additional laws and articles can be found at AmericanLandlord.com.